Dear Real Madrid, dear Real Madrid, heed and listen attentively to my advice now. Get rid of Vinicius Jr. from that dressing room. Get rid of him now before it is too late. Before the Real Madrid dressing room descends into an unrecognizable chaos just because of this boy. It is time to let him go. I have been saying this from last season up until this summer that Real Madrid would have to find a way to get rid of Vinicius Jr. from that team. He's becoming too much of a headache in the dressing room and for the manager. Now, since that Ballon d'Or snub that Rodri won, Vinicius Jr. hasn't been the same player for Real Madrid. His lost form is just gradually coming back into his own rhythm this season. And now it's already causing a lot of trouble. Real Madrid should have cashed out big time on him when some Saudi clubs came with huge money in the summer for him. Get rid of him, get a decent center forward into the club, and push Kylian Mbappe to his favored left wing. What is all this mess? He started throwing tantrums at the manager the moment he was subbed off against Barcelona during the El Clasico. He started, throwing up his arms, leaping some unhearable tirade at the manager. What sort of player does that? You are a professional. Yes, I like to balance things because I said it here as well that I particularly didn't like the fact that he was taken off that game because he was really, really playing well and he was in the game really good, tormenting the Barcelona defense. So I myself didn't understand why Xabi Alonso would take him off. And thankfully, Alonso came out also to admit that maybe he could have waited a bit more before, subbing off Vini Jr. But that is not enough excuse to behave in the manner which Vini Jr. behaved. That was totally uncalled for. That was disrespectful. You are a professional. I don't mind. I wouldn't be happy if I was having some of you have played football before. If I was having a fine, fantastic game and I'm being subbed off, I won't be happy. I don't expect any top player to be happy for being taken off a game where they were having a great fun. But as a professional, there are ways I don't mind you going to the bench, you sulk, you frown your face, whatever it is you want to do. But throwing some tantrums at the manager, that is inexcusable. And now we're hearing all sort of, unfathomable news from the dressing room that he's not the only one in that dressing room causing chaos, that there are also other players in the Real Madrid dressing room who are not particularly pleased about the strict style of Xabi Alonso. Since coming in, he's been very strict with training, with the gym routines, some of the bad habits he inherited from Carlo Ancelotti. He's trying to get rid of those, players under Carlo Ancelotti having family members, friends coming, their wives, girlfriends coming to the club, strolling, and some of the information before kickoff of games being leaked to the press. He came in and he's trying to stop all that. But the players are not, some of the players, we understand, are not happy with that. They believe they've already won a lot by being laid back, especially under Carlo Ancelotti, and they feel they don't really need all this strict handling that Xabi Alonso is dishing out to them. Come on, guys. Why are you such crybabies? These guys get paid huge sum of money to play the round letter game. Pay me half of what this guy earned and I will sleep every single day in the gym and on the training pitch. Why are you crying? Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? And before you know it now, we're already conversing, we're already hearing rumors of the manager getting sacked. What is all this nonsense? And then Vinicius Jr. on top of that went in front of the whole world to disrespect his manager. And during training, after that, he apologized. You guys should listen to this. Vinicius Jr. apologized to the Real Madrid fans, to his teammates, and then to the Real Madrid president. But there was no mention of him apologizing to the manager, Xabi Alonso. Who does that? I can bet you half of the Real Madrid fans don't even know, or half of the fans in the whole world don't even know who the Real Madrid president, Florentino Perez, is. He is not the one in the dugout. He's not the one on the touchline. That is Xabi Alonso. You disrespected the manager and then you apologize to everyone else but the manager. That for me is unacceptable. And we shouldn't be laying some unnecessary precedents for others to follow. I could recall in a game where he was benched and then he came on and scored a goal and started lipping and mouthing some stuff to the manager. It took the effort from Kylian Mbappe to literally shut his mouth. Why can't some of these players take, some cue from Kylian Mbappe? Despite a mega star that Kylian Mbappe is, he leads by example. Whenever he's called on to do a job, he gets it done without sulking. You hardly ever hear any, controversies or scandal about Kylian Mbappe. And that's a mega star right there. No one is bigger than Kylian Mbappe in that Real Madrid side in terms of a mega superstar. But he's so cool-headed, goes about his games. He's been Real Madrid's best player from last season up until now, despite being played out of position. So, Real Madrid, if you know what is good for you as a football club, it is time to get rid of Vini Jr. either in January or in the summer. Sell him to the highest bidder, make some money off of that sale, get a decent center forward in, and push Kylian Mbappe to his favorite left wing, and be done with all this crybaby. Else, it's going to affect and create a toxic dressing room, because the players will start having cliques in the dressing room, taking sides, and before you know it, the chaos becomes irreparable in the dressing room. Man United were at that state, but they didn't handle it. They allowed a player power to dominate over the manager. And that is the mess Man United have found themselves now. Players strolling late to training, walking on the pitch, not giving their effort. And when a decent, disciplined manager comes in, they all gang up against him. They don't want to play for the manager. They don't want to win games. And these are players getting paid huge sum of money. Some of them £300,000 weekly. Do you know how much that is? And they can't even put in a little decent effort. Come on. Are you guys joking? Are you kidding me? He apologized to everyone, but didn't apologize to the manager. Look at it. Today, I want to apologize to all the Madristas for my reaction when I was substituted in the Clásico. Just I have already done in person today's training. I also want to apologize again to my teammates, the club, and the president. So then what happens to the manager that you disrespected publicly? Come on, guys. Enough is enough condoning all this rash behavior from all these players. Crybabies, prima donnas. No sense of decorum. They believe it is free for all. That is the same thing we are trying to nip in the bud, correct, about Lamine Yamal as we speak. And now you look at badly behaved Vini Jr. And Madrid are condoning that. I loved him as a player, especially like 2-3 seasons ago when he was on top of his game. And boom, his form just went a wall. Just because he can't stop sulking, can't stop complaining. And then you are disrespecting your manager. And we are hearing, some unfathomable stuff from the dressing room. That Xabi Alonso thinks himself, he thinks himself as Pep Guardiola. And so what if it's not Pep? What if it's not Jose? What if it's not Carlo? Does that mean you have to disrespect your manager because he subbed you off? in a game. God. I don't even know what is happening, what is going on with all these, in quotes, modern footballers these days. Crybabies. Some people played at the highest level for almost for free. Please, guys, don't get me riled. Don't get me started today. So Madrid, last warning, sell off this guy before he destroys the harmony in the dressing room and tears it apart. Vini Jr. should be gone. It's as simple as that. If you want peace to return to the dressing room. You see players giving their all in matches. You see Jude Bellingham, see Kylian Mbappe, Federico Valverde, even the captain of the club, Carvajal, has been benched on numerous occasions this season. He's been subbed off. He's been brought on in games. Yet you never hear any acrimony, any cry over that. Then who the hell are you, Vinicius Jr., to complain about being subbed off by your manager? And you disrespect him like that publicly. The same club that has been backing you, supporting you all this while, all these years, even when the whole world turned their back against you. I beg. This is crazy, incredulous, unimaginable, scandalous. Madrid, if not here, may not listen. If not here, continue to the pamper all these prima donnas called players. Anyway, guys, that's all for now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this content. I'll see you in the next one.